Decker's a good one. Well, I could also imagine, me being in his face and saying, "You don't have the rights to do this," without logically explaining it, and him just being fucking annoyed with it. And I've got a feeling like I might be right in the thought process of like.
If it isn't the man himself, we saw your mural, by the way, in the prison.
Oh yeah, I painted it myself. Did you like it?
What you use, caca?
Well, I was digging through all the chemicals and the dog shit that you guys feed people in there, or fed people. You guys run DOC again?
Carmine, you want to introduce me to your friend?
We're disgraced former DOC. Same way.
That's
you're
interesting. I looked
trooper.
inside the legislation, but I don't think it says that you are removed from the DOC. I thought it said you guys still run that shit.
Yeah, there's still.
We
little
used
bit
that
slow
argument
on it.
already with Crane. What he
How
said to us
exactly
was
did you lose that if it's in legislation?
he put it in legislation, so whatever he says is a law is how I interpret it. If Crane says you eat shit, Carmine, or you get the death penalty, I'll take that as law, because
I mean, unless the legislation's amended. Was it amended?
Does it still say that me and Bobby worked there?
I've got no idea. That's what I'm asking. I mean, if it ain't amended, it ain't amended. That's not, that ain't how it
As
works.
of yesterday, it was still a lawless land that no external laws applied to.
Well, technically that was the truth anyway, because it was the state penitentiary. So I don't think they had authority to even put you guys in there. And in fact, it might have been a little questionable. If you read the rights, so listen. Technically, they can write legislation to allow you to control it. But if you look at the other legislations, it also says that they are enforced to protect and look after you, which would be a contradiction of making a lawless land with their power. So they would have been violating your rights if you go ahead and look through all that sort of shit.
Are you telling me that I could theoretically go into state territory? Can I go into state territory and do what you did and get away with it?
No, likely not, especially if you're understanding of it happening. So listen, I feel there's a big difference between informing an officer of why they're, being derelict to their duty and it just happening and you accepting it. It's a little different, I'm sure there's probably some immunities to the officers and whatnot, but technically, I mean, if it says it's lawless in there, to their government, they shouldn't be able to prosecute you if that's what it still says. And I doubt the state's going to prosecute you.
If what says what?
If the legislation says something. The legislation's the law, so.
Wait, what's
I'm not
legislation?
sure. I've got no idea. Wasn't there DOC or some shit?
Dogtown. Yeah.
I mean, if it's still declared as lawless, then
the prison's a state prison, isn't it?
Right. But that's irrelevant. We got national parks up there that are federally owned, but we're still allowed to walk through them.
Yeah, but walking through them is one thing, but throwing decrees and legislation controlling it is different.
Sure. Well, kind of. But when you get authority from the government to make your own legislation throughout the state, it's not necessarily that you are the state. You can just claim jurisdictions and whatnot. So them doing that, I don't think is necessarily going to be wrong. It's just the wrong part is where they take your rights away and allow people to die there and shit. That is a violation of their own. Isn't it like a People Act or some shit or people's rights or something? Wait.
I don't think there are any worker
DOC
rights yet.
The fuck you mean? God rest his ease.
God rest his ease. He was one of your troopers, Jose.
Yeah,
is he so done? You
he
brought
died
him
in the jail.
Hey, he did. Murdered by crooks.
Wait, Aziz is dead?
The same crooks that gave you a lifeline. It was Mr. K. They killed him. They?
No.
You should know that. It was
I believe
Mr.
the
K.
mayor would have been responsible if he neglected the legislation. Hey, listen, fuck. One second. Was this while it was Dogtown?
Yes, this is what led to our,
Oh my God, these guys are
departure.
Does Crane know this happened?
Of course he does.
You're telling me Crane knows they made it unlawful or lawful to do whatever the fuck you wanted in there. A man has died violating the Constitution and the legislation in itself, and he ain't done nothing.
Wait, so
Don't
they
forget
He
about
is
my
an
brother.
we're not
impeached
getting tied down,
motherfucker.
are we?
No, you ain't
you're not
getting
gonna
tied
tell them
down.
we said this.
The mayor's goddamn responsible.
We're gonna be
You
culpable for this too.
fucking ass. I need to go read the fucking
they know.
goddamn legislations.
They're
Don't
gonna
tell
take us to a
anybody.
tribunal too.
They
Look,
won't have the
we're
power
in
soon,
it.
my friend. I gotta go see when these legislations were made. Because I know there's a legislation about not doing unsafe things or some bullshit or hurting people in the council documents. These guys might have all just got completely fucked, whoever voted on that. So the only person that should be tried for that, well, I mean, technically tried for that, would be the council. If they authorized a law that says, hey, there's you know, do what you want here and encourage that shit, and somebody died, you've got to question, would they have died if that law wasn't made? These guys might have just completely fucked them. So, dude, I'm so glad Carmine showed up. I can't believe that's a thing. There's no way they're going to put me on treason charges for fucking 7 days and have done some shit like this, chat. Oh my god. Let me just double check the holy shit. Oh man. Dude, this shit ain't gonna fucking work, is it? Alright, so where's the DOC shit? Oh my god, these guys are fucking absolute fuckoed. There's PCP. Anti-Mime Act. Okay. DOC protocols. Oh my days. Emergency services personnel do not respond to calls for emergency assistance inside Bolingbroke. And then let's just go all the way down to I swear there's like a Bill of Human Privileges. All citizens of Los Angeles have freedom of speech. All citizens of Los Angeles are eligible for free healthcare from all public hospitals, medical facilities under the LSMG. This includes mental health services. All citizens of Los Angeles entitled to free. No. This is actually one of the things, by the way, that I could imply that I cannot be retrialed. A citizen of Los Santos, once adjudicated a trial resulting in a conclusive verdict, which is what happened, may not be placed under threat of imprisonment by the state for the same criminal incident. So it doesn't say that if there's a mistrial after it, it cancels it out. I should never be able to go. I don't want to say this, by the way. I want to wait till we're in the courtroom. There's another thing that we need to mention on top of the search warrant and all the other shit. I was going to file for all these mistrials, but, you know, anger issues. I think it's in the council. There's like a council thing where it says some other shit. I swear there's another thing with legislation from these guys. Well, we had a conclusive verdict, and then there was a mistrial after it, so... What is happening here? I don't know what their argument's going to be, but I'm going to bring it up, and they're going to probably say the spirit of the law. Fuck's sake. Dude, why did I tell everybody about the legislation?
Hey, brother.